All who leave the earth go to the moon, declared in Upanishad, an ancient Hindu text which is swollen by their breath during the first half of the month. The Manichean followers of the Persian sage Manes gave the moon a brilliant role in their mystic doctrines. The moon takes a crescent shape, they explained, when it is being swelled by the luminous souls that it has drawn up from the earth. The moon wanes when it has transferred these souls to the sun. Every month, the boat of the moon that sails across the skies takes on a new load of souls, which it regularly passes on to the larger vessels of the sun. The crescent moon, symbol of immortality, adorned funeral monuments of the ancient Babylonians and in Celtic countries, and across Africa. In Republican Rome, the shoes of senators were decorated with ivory crescents, taken as a symbol of their pure spirits, since noble souls after death were transported to the heavens, where they walked on the moon. The flight of the souls to the moon was no mere metaphor. According to the Stoics, a zone of special physical qualities surrounded the moon. The soul, a burning breath, naturally rose through the air toward the fires of the sky. In the neighborhood of the moon, it found this porch of ether, a substance so like the soul's own essence that the soul stayed floating there in equilibrium. Each soul was a globe of fire endowed with intelligence, and all souls together were a perpetual chorus around the luminous moon. In this case, the Elysian fields would not, as the Patagonians had insisted, be on the moon, but in the ether surrounding the moon, into which only suitably pure souls could penetrate. The lowest of the 7 planetary spheres was the moon, whose ether was nearest the Earth's impure atmosphere. Patagonians and Stoics imagined souls returning to Earth just after they have crossed the circle of the moon. Therefore, sublunary, beneath the moon, came to describe anything terrestrial, mundane, or ephemeral. Perhaps each person had his own star, bright or dull, according to his station and his destiny, which was illuminated at his birth and disappeared at his death. A shooting star, then, might signify some person's death. The departing souls became a bird fleeing from this earth. Would not souls naturally alight on the heaven's body? And the multitude of the stars could be explained by the countless generations of the dead, the Milky Way, which some believe was the highway for departed souls, was such a gathering of immutable departed spirits. Ovid recounts how Venus swooped down invisibly into the Senate and carried Caesar's soul from his bleeding body into the heavens, and how the soul took flame and flew beyond the moon to become a trailing comet. Families consoled themselves with the thought that their members departed from earth had become stars to illuminate the heavens. The Emperor Hadrian, grieving over his favorite Antinous, professed to believe that his friend had become a star which had just appeared. According to Cicero, nearly the whole heaven is filled with mankind. Millennia before the discovery of gravitation, the sun, the most potent of heavenly bodies, was said to govern the others and to be somehow the heart of the world, source of newborn souls. According to the Patagonians, the sun was Apollo Muscatus, chorus master of the Muses, whose music was the harmony of the spheres. In the beginning, life in the netherworld was simply an extension of life above, as above, so below, which explains why among so many people the warriors were buried with his chariot, his horses, his weapons, and his wives.